Do you hear that?
I don't hear a thing.
It's quiet. New York's quiet. There's no shouting, no gunshots, no sirens. The world's put down its hardened exterior.
No right or wrong to worry about. No intellectual or political turf to fight over.
I wish I didn't have to put on this hardened exterior to survive.
Me too.
I'm tired, Santa. I just want to go home. I want to be somebody's wife. I want to bring my husband a martini at the end of a long day at the office. I want to take off this plastic shell and just be human again.
You will. Someday.
Is that a promise?
I promise.
Wait a minute. Is that a Santa promise or an auto mechanic promise? There's a difference. One you can believe, and the other you take to court.
Why don't you go home?
Why don't you?
You can't arrest us again. The store's closed, and we're not loitering if the store's closed.
I knew it. I just knew it. Santa's money was no good.
Was your money hot, Santa?
Of course it's hot. Jersey money's always hot.
Who'd you shake down, Santa?
I'd shake anybody down. Respect the suit.
Relax. Santa's money's good.
Vegas money is hotter than Jersey money. And if Vegas is willing to take my money, then the New York City shouldn't have any problem with it either.
The warden wants to see you again.
What for? What did I do?
She says she's adding fraud to your list of charges. Says that no one would bail out a bunch of low-life strangers unless they were up to something no good.
That's profiling. Well, stereotyping? The circumstantial evidence at best. Besides, if I am Santa, there's no fraud. What does she say to that?
Oh, she freely admits she has no idea what you are up to, but she's decided to get out in front of it and figure out the rest later.
Can they do that?
Trust me, cops can do whatever they want.
Like I said, there's nothing we can prove yet. But we will. We're not New York's finest for nothing. Say now, where's that beggar lady?
She didn't come with us.
Oh, don't tell me she's missing. The warden's gonna kill me if she's gone.
Can a homeless person really be missing?
The Inquisition of the theoretical mind. If a Salvation Army bell rings and no one hears it, does it still accumulate donations?
I just assumed that she would stay with you guys.
Why is she worried about it now? She didn't give a Christmas speech earlier when we were all in jail this afternoon.
Oh, she cared. She got you out before any of the violent criminals showed up. And I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. But she said she had a soft spot for her. That the goddamn crazy Christmas spirit was making her feel things she hadn't felt before.
Hey, cursing God's name on Christmas Eve doesn't put the Christ back in Christmas.
Okay, do me a favor. Keep an eye out for her. And if you see her, let me know. Immediately.
Well, we won't find her unless we split up and search. Santa, you'll go that way. And Tom, this way. I'll stay here with the lady, in case the beggar comes back and finds us.
Why should we search for her? What did the warden do for us?
You heard what the cop said. She got us out of there before the real criminals came in.
She didn't do anything. Santa bailed us out fair and square.
I didn't bail anybody out. The warden let us go. There's no way I earn enough money playing Santa at Macy's to earn enough to bail one person out, let alone the whole group.
I'll go with Santa.
Oh, no, you won't. I'm not sending you out into the darkness alone with Santa. Santa doesn't need that added to his rap sheet.
I'll go by myself. If I can navigate the global night skies on Christmas Eve, I should be able to find my way through the back alleys of Manhattan all by myself, all alone. I'll do it my way. All by myself.
Oh no, not again. You can't arrest us. We've already done the time, and we haven't done any crime.
And the cop. The cop said Santa's money was good.
His money's not hot, but he certainly is.
Here, this is yours.
This isn't mine.
Of course it is. You left it in the jail cell earlier.
No, this is genuine Gucci.
I can't speak to that, but none of the other criminals left it in there, and it's not Santa's style.
Well, never had real Gucci before. Santa was right. Ladies like me can't afford nice things.
What happened to the robber?
I bailed him out.
You posted bail for the robber? Now who's pretending to be Santa Claus?
I couldn't help it. He was harmless. He had a squirt gun. He was down on his luck, but he wasn't a criminal.
Ain't that against some kind of code of ethics, officer?
You gonna talk?
Oh no, Your Honor.
Save the pleasantries for court and get your father there than I ever will here. Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this party needs a Christmas tree.
Guys, if we're going to beat these charges, we all have to stick together.
What all do we have pending? Loitering, robbery, armed robbery. Did they throw solicitation at you?
Being hot, single, and ready to mingle ain't no crime. Not even in New York City.
These charges are all easy to beat, especially since the gun turned out to be fake.
What about impersonating Santa with malicious intent?
Santa bailed us all out, right? Even the best lawyer would have a hard time arguing bailing a bunch of strangers out of jail is malicious.
But we're all on the naughty list. No court of public opinion, no matter how convincing, is going to believe that wasn't malicious.
If Santa's fake, we're all doomed. But if Santa's real, we'll walk free.
What if we could prove Santa's real? I mean, I believe he's real, but not everyone does. Remember the cop that arrested us? Remember how, at first, he said, "I wish I had a naughty list, like you, Santa," and pointed directly at him. Then he caught himself and said, "Like Santa," but only after a federal employee of the United States government had first identified that man there, Santa, as Santa.
Where were you when I needed a lawyer?
I really ought to start reading books and learning a thing or two.
I'm no lawyer, but it sure sounds believable. And if I recall that story about the little girl who believed in Santa when no one else did, proved Santa was Santa, when our government slipped up somehow in a similar way.
But Andy, that was then and this is now. No one believes in our government anymore, Santa or otherwise. If I didn't see it for myself, I'd say it's a Christmas miracle.
Oh my God, I never thought I'd see you again. Where'd you find her?
With all due respect, officer, Manhattan's an island. She wasn't going that far.
Well, I know Santa's real because for the first time in a long time, I feel real feelings and real emotions. And Santa here made me feel real. And it takes a real man to do that. Not no fake.
Gotcha, damn treat.
I'll plan it over here.
There you are. Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
I don't understand. First you arrest me for being somewhere I don't belong, and then when I find somewhere I finally belong, you kick me out. And now when I'm not here, or I'm not loitering, you want me here?
Come with me. Cold Manhattan nights, no place to spend Christmas alone.
Hey, Tom, look at this.
What is it, Andy? Skid marks from Santa's sleigh?
No, Tom, even better. It's shit. From his reindeer.
Andy, I already told you. Buck Almighty doesn't shit like that.
I know, Tom. It's not Buck Almighty. It's reindeer. Real reindeer. And this proves Santa loaded his sleigh here earlier tonight.
Are you sure it's not rat shit? New York has rats the size of reindeer, you know. I believe rat shit before deer shit. Rat shit's everywhere in this city. What do you know? It's deer shit. Genuine, authentic, 100% reindeer shit.
I'm gonna break his leg.
I'm gonna break his reindeer's legs.
I'm gonna break Rudolph's little nose. There he is. Ooh, he's got his PJs on. Warden says you're one of those little boy diddlers.
Prisoners don't like perverts like you.
No. We're prisoners.
Where did you all come from?
We're the real criminals from the county jail. Warden set us up to set us straight.
Guess there are answers at the bottom of the bottle. Just not good answers.
Warden tried to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, but we don't like sweets.
We know what Santa really done. Yeah, the warden says he's never seen a fatter or more jolly man than old Santa here. Yeah, which just makes it all more obvious he's hiding something from us.
Warden says you've been grooming little children, promising them gifts if they're good.
And punishing them if they're bad.
You like the bad ones, don't you?
Do they excite you, Santa? Or is it the good ones who sit in your lap obediently, waiting and never see it coming? Ah!
Leave him alone!
He's not pretending to be Santa, he is Santa.
Looks like winning in the court of public opinion now all depends on whose court and whose opinion. Doesn't it, Andy?
Hey, what are you trying to pull off right here under our noses?
We ain't gonna have it.
We ain't gonna let you get away with it while society acts like nothing's wrong.
But he is Santa. He has a heart of gold and more kindness than this whole city will ever know.
This is one profound and unexpected way to update and modernize the Christmas story. Ain't it, Andy?
We were all in jail earlier, and Santa here bailed us all out. There is no one else in New York City who's going to bail out a whole bunch of total strangers except Santa.
Is that right?
And he knows toys. He can spot a toy gun from a mile away.
What do you think, Santa? Are these guns real?
And when we were all in jail earlier, everyone thought he was a fake. phony, an imposter, but he's not. And I know this because a fake Santa would have just put us on the naughty list. But he didn't, because he sees us for who we really are. He sees us when we're sleeping, and he knows when we're awake.
Well, that's by peeking in the windows, too,
And Santa knows that even though we were all in jail, we are still good people, and on the nice list. So he rewarded us with the most precious gift of all, bail.
Bail. Well, we're not having any of your theories.
We know what we know, and we believe what we believe. And nothing's gonna change that until Santa here is taken down.
Run, Santa, run! Get out of here!
Hey, Santa, what do you say if we get out of here alive? I come with you to Vegas and see where things go between us.
Gotta save your hooch.
Are you propositioning Santa on Christmas Eve? Okay.
How'd you know they wouldn't shoot Santa?
Only a fool would shoot Santa. The same way only a fool would be an atheist.
Sometimes reality gets in the way of our beliefs.
Forget Santa. Reality changes man's opinion. Now that's a headline even you couldn't believe. You know, Andy, it's not that I don't want to believe. It's just, here's the part I don't get. We have flying reindeer. Sure. Check. And we have a wealthy old man who chooses to live at the North Pole, the coldest place on the planet, mind you, and not Florida. It's possible, but not probable, but sure. Check. But the part I just can't pull myself to believe is Mrs. Claus. No wife would ever stand for her husband abandoning her on Christmas Eve every year like Santa does without a hint of marital turmoil or headlines in the tabloids. No wife would put up with that nonsense, not even Mrs. Claus. To me, that's the part that's just not believable. And no one can explain that one or make any sense of it.
It's okay, Tom. Everybody believes in shit that ain't real sometimes. And the truth is, reality doesn't care what you believe in. 'Cause it is. And it is the truth, regardless of whether or not you or anyone else believes. Nobody knows if the shit they believe in is real or not. Everybody believes shit sometimes, Tom. Everybody.
But wait, Santa, isn't Vegas that way?
Sweetie, Santa doesn't do well in desert heat. Santa needs someplace much colder. Ho, ho, ho!
Who'd ever have thought Santa was from Jersey?
Really? That's the part of the story you believe?
Tell the warden, not guilty on all charges. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
How'd you know we'd be here?
Where else would an alcoholic go when the bars are all closed on Christmas Eve?
Andy's not an alcoholic.
But he is family. Isn't he? Dad?
How'd you know?
A mother's intuition.
Why are you here? I thought only bad things happen in alleys.
They do. That's That's why I'm here.